welcome back. It's a brand new morning and we have some work to do. As you can see, we have a lot of Firelight dirt and I want to get around to actually giving it some purpose. So later on, between episodes, I'm going to be collecting a lot more straw, using them up, going about our day. With that being said, I did put a fence out here, kind of upgrading the quality of life. Fence gate, if you don't know what recipe that is going to be right here. Otherwise, yeah, we really haven't done much. The pickaxe I had, broke. So I collected some of the alloys I gathered from surface ores. Made myself a, bismuth pickaxe. We will be taking that and using it. Also gonna grab the chisel and this hammer. Because we have a few things that we want to do today. You'll notice that the road is a bit more complete, including little edges here to help you ease on and off of all sorts of different heights. I wanted to kind of wall that because it did not look very nice with cobblestone on top of dirt, like this right here. This is gonna transfer into a bridge, so I'm not messing with that right now. I'll mess with it later. But our main goal this episode is to make this well and to make the mill. And then to set out the boundaries for this farm and that farm. So, oh, let me show you the map too. Found a spring. Not sure if it's a hot spring or not. Kind of hard to tell with certain colors. Anyhow, actually made myself a mining shack on top of the mine for the cassiterite. So I collected a lot of cassiterite to the point where I didn't even have enough copper in this tetrahedrite mine to use it all. Yeah, instead I'm gonna have to open up this one. Oh, that reminds me, before we get on to working on that, we should probably gather some straw up and get ourselves a pit kiln going. That looks good enough. Because we have something rather special that we need to do. We have ourselves a nice, lovely recipe for... Actually, let me show you that. For bronze. And since I don't want to waste the entire firing, let's... I don't know. What would be useful at this point? Yeah, let's make some bowls. Why not? And let's make enough that it actually fills it. So we don't need any more of that. That can wait for... That can wait for next time. So let's go grab some wood and fire that up. And then go get what we need for the next step. Actually, I'm gonna need a lot more wood than that. That looks fine. Okay. Let's go get those stones we need and come on back quickly. If I recall, we're gonna need roughly about 3. Yeah, 3 of the stones. Unless if I need it for something else. But I don't think I do. So yeah, you'll get a chance to see what the tetrahedrite mine looks like now. It looks really distraught. Very distraught. We had a bit of a problem with the land up there. Some of it just decided to cave in. And it's kind of my own fault. I didn't really use all the mining supports I was supposed to. But I'm pretty confident that there's nothing we're really leaving. So you take 3 smooth and you put them on a flat bottom like that. And now let's go back and get back to work. What we're going to be making with this is basically a quern. And if you don't know what a quern is, it's kind of like a millstone, but it's a lot smaller. And it's used for turning grains into flour, which is good because we do have grain. We just have a bit of a problem with how much of it we have. And if we turn it into flour, we can then bake it into bread, which will double the amount of food that we can get out of it, which will be just wonderful. So this is what we got the raw stone for. As you can see, I still have a lot of cassiterite going on in here. Still waiting on those saplings to come in so that I can just cut those down and build a house there. So you do the same thing you did with the quern bottom for the quern top, except for it's raw stone, and then you put a handle on it. So let's go make a place for this. If I recall, I actually want it dead center. But how do I want to do this? Because I want it to be elevated a bit. Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's put those there. And then let's build some supports. I'm gonna want to elevate the next one, so I don't want to just simply have to worry about the removal of the log below it. So I'm just going to use thatch kind of as a quick reference guide for my block. There we go. And And now we have a bit of a base going on here. So then let's go ahead and add a bit more of a body to it. That way, if needed, it can be rotated around. And... that's about as much of a stem as I want. So I guess we should probably just add one more. And then build the actual house. Yeah, why not? And what I might do is I might switch out some of these corner blocks for vertical. But right now, there is a little bit more of a pressing matter going on. And that is going to be our pit kiln. And we can get back to doing the mill in just a minute. Okay, I think we have everything we need. Except that needs to be in here. Let's use our olive trick. This place always looks so dark after you haven't been in it for a couple days. Okay, actually no, it's all in here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. And it's done. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we got bronze, and we got 12 units of it. So let's pull all this out, and hope we can work with it fast enough. What we're going to want to do is let it cool to a solid point, pull it out of the molds, weld them together into double ingots, like we have previously. And at that point, we want to go ahead and smash them. Ooh, actually, I'm not sure if we can smash them. That's a good question. I was hoping to be able to smash them into to sheets, but I think we might need a bronze anvil for that. And this is not going to be enough to make a bronze anvil. It'll come close, but it won't quite be there. And we are going to have to work quick. Because as it looks like it might be turning solid pretty doggone soon. We'll try it on the last one. That way it's still nice and hot to find out whether or not we need a bronze anvil first. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if we do, but it does mean that I'm going to need to do a little bit more work. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not gonna let us, so we are gonna have to make a bronze anvil first. It's kind of disappointing, actually. Hoping to do that on camera with you guys. Well, I'm still gonna do it on camera either way, but it's just not the same. So let's just let those cool real quick, and yeah, I guess get back to work on other things, because that's gonna take a bit longer than I thought it was going to. I'll see about prepping that for next episode instead. It is a bit of a letdown, though. Those are still cooling off. Either way, we have other things we can do. So let's go grab some sticks real quick, because we will need those for an access point. Actually won't need that many. And I guess we could use the vertical planks, yeah. I think that would look nice, actually. No, I don't need anything else from in there. And I know it's a bit dark out here. See if I can light up some of these so that you guys can see a little bit better. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I'm also not the only one that's gonna be watching this, so. And I neglected my axe. Oh well, the saw can be used for that too. It's just not always as nice. So I'm thinking I can put these in the corners. Just kind of to break up the sides. So let's get a good number of those, since we are going to need quite a few. See, we're going to need 4 for each side. And then we need one more set of 3 for what we've ignored so far. Actually, that would be fine. Get that many more. Yeah. Then let's get some regulars. And hopefully this doesn't look too bulky from the bottom. And then let's just add some for the tops. Get a few more. And what we can do is we can come back along later and put a actual windmill fan on here. Make it look significantly nicer. But for the time being, we should be able to get away with this. I just kind of want a very cheap structure to be able to just throw up and have a nice place that's out of the elements to grind my flour. We'll do the roof in a minute. I just kind of want to see how that looks. Might need to go up another block, actually. It does look a little bulky, too. No, actually, it looks fun. I just need to throw a roof on it. And let's see. That way's the colder climate. So I'm thinking... it might be good to have it on this side right here. We will need more wood for that, though. Yeah, that's without a question. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and throw these down inside of it. And no, these windows won't stay here. We're in base, open it up, and insert the handstone. And it's really cool. I'll show you how it works in a minute. Time being... There we go. Now, in an ideal situation, I would have used alabaster or some type of very light colored material. Basically a type of clay, but don't have those right now. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I think I will steal some of these ladders though so that I can get on the roof all that easier. Yes, okay, these can go in here. We'll just throw those in there for the time being. No sense wasting space, and you guys have seen me make anvils before, so I'll just make that off camera and prep for what I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, so if that's gonna be the facing side, put that there. No, it's not gonna be too heavy. I almost feel like I should have done a little bit better planning on this structure. Oh well, it'll give us a good chance to take a look and see how it looks. I don't know. I definitely think I want some more of the verticals in there, though. With that being said, I'm going to want some on the other side, too. And I know right now I'm not doing a lot of talking, mostly doing building. I like to do a lot of building off camera, and there's a pretty decent reason for that. I'm not the most entertaining person in the world as it is, so I'd like to not waste your time by having you sit here and be like, lots of dead air. Just love that dead air. If that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that, you know, love listening to dead air, but I'm pretty sure that if that's the case, they aren't watching my videos. They're probably watching either someone else's videos or an actual program that specializes in dead air. I'm gonna do this. That looks good. That looks pretty decent, I guess. I can't actually connect it because I'm gonna need the area on top, with that being an actual functional block. But for what it is, it's not that bad. Let's not fall off. I want that one farther out, I think. And then I want to get it spoking off from there. Thinking I'm just going to be lazy about it though. Yeah. Crap. Yeah, it's just gonna be lazy. And then I'll just extend that on top as well. As far as veins of it, I guess we could just use these. I mean, it's not unheard of for it to basically be made of wood, but oftentimes that wood was just a frame for the actual mechanism that was going on the frame, but still. We definitely are going to need a lot more wood. Gonna just cap off this roof, and then, well, all except for the point where I got up here. And then I'll work on these, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm thinking that the farms are gonna have to wait till next episode. We've been recording for quite a while already, and the well's gonna have to wait for next episode too. With that being said, this is what it looks like so far. Just a little mill house on top of a stand that you can rotate around to face the right direction of the wind. It's up off the ground, so it has a lot less of the issues of moving an entire building to face the wind. And we don't particularly know where the wind's coming from this area, so. However, these blinds, they look good. They remind me out of something I saw from Don Quixote de la Mancha, which is an old classic book. And it's just something I like, so let me walk you through, if you like it as well, how to make them. That way, if you do like them, you can do them yourself. You go in by 3 blocks, and then you space it out by 2. With that being said, ooh, we messed up on that one. That one only went over by 1. It's not a problem. You can just whack it off. Break it off with your hands. Gosh, get your mind out of the gutter. And just... there we go. Then the last step is just connect them. And that just comes right at the very bottom. And then you should have some nice windmill blades without having to use all your valuable cloth on making them. And that will be all for today. So until next time, talk to you later.